Because I understood, you need to understand that you'll experience failures. And I want to talk about failure now, because I've failed myself, and you need to understand that failure is part of the learning process. Failure is not a sign of weakness. Somebody said that failure inspires winners. Failure defeats losers. So failure is unavoidable. You cannot avoid failure. You cannot avoid failure. And every successful person has failed many times. So failure is tuition, failure is education. It is not punishment. And our school unfortunately teaches us that failure is bad. And that is why when you fail a unit, when you fail an exam, when you fail some exam question, then you are being caned. Then the teachers are talking to you badly, your parents are talking to you badly because you failed. And our schools are teaching us to avoid mistakes, to avoid failures. That you need to play safe, you need to get it right. School teaches you to avoid mistakes. But there's the university of life, the school of life, the real life teaches you that failure is feedback. Make mistakes first and learn from them. The school of life teaches us that failure is like an experiment. You fail and you try again. So most people fear failing. And when they fail, they quit. Many even don't start to do some things because they fear that they will fail. They fear that they will lose some money, so they won't start the business. They fear that they will look stupid. They fear to be criticized. They fear to start again. So the fear of failure is what is keeping most people, low, poor, defeated. So you need to understand that it is good to fail. It is okay to fail. But even when you fail, you develop an attitude of rising up and trying again. So recovery speed matters more than avoiding failure. Recovery speed after you have failed matters more than avoiding failure. So failure will build some experience in you. And the most successful people, what I've learned from them is that they fail forward. Failing forward means even when you fail, they fail forward, not backward. When they fail, they rise up and dust themselves and move forward, learn immediately and move forward very fast and give it a try again. And failure is what separates the winners from the losers. So failure is not a problem. Fear of failure is a problem. Lack of learning after failure is a disaster. So you need to understand that failure is not an end point, but it is necessary and a valuable part of your learning process for achieving success. And some of the principle I've learned from failure is that failure is a stepping stone. It is not a setback. It is natural and essential part of your journey to success. Failure is not something to be avoided, but a process you must go through to learn and grow. And therefore you need to overcome the fear of failure, the fear of losing. Many people are paralyzed by the fear of making mistakes, fear of failure. And this mindset has been reinforced by our traditional schools where our mistakes were being punished. But winners in the school of life, in a university of life, are not afraid of losing. They understand that it is part of the process of success. So you need to learn from your mistakes. The value of failure lies in the lessons that the failure will provide you. So each error is offering you feedback, and it is allowing you to understand what went wrong when I failed. And you begin to adapt, adjust your strategy, change your strategy, and you improve your approach the next time you're doing the same thing. So I want to emphasize that The biggest failure is not trying at all due to fear. That is the biggest failure. The biggest failure is you not doing the thing because you fear failing. Successful people, top achievers, high achievers, people, they take risks and they learn from their experiences, from their failure. They don't wait for a perfect condition. Something else is that you need to develop an attitude of resilience and persistence. The ability to recover and from setback and keep moving forward. Why? Because success will often require multiple attempts, several trying and error, and persisting until you achieve the goal. So someone said, fail faster. You fail faster. This means you're willing to take action, make mistakes early, learn quickly from them, and apply those lessons to accelerate your path to success. And somebody was trying to, especially if you're young, it's a good opportunity. Do the thing, don't fear failing. Start, execute. Even when you fail, you have time, you can try again, and before you realize, you have hit the top of success. So for me, I've failed several times, but I fail forward. I learn from my failure, reiterate, re-strategize, regroup, start again, and it has helped me. So thank you. That is all I have for you. I believe that the materials and the trainings, this talk that we are having, someone's life is going to change, someone is going to go the next level. And I want you to share these materials with your friends. Let them, also get something valuable to be of impact and to be of influence where you are, where they are. Bye-bye. I'll see you.